Hey guys, we are back with a mail day. You can see here we have a lot of different packages, cool variety, a good amount of raw cards in there, but also some cool graded pickups I've been picking up lately. As always, it's just kind of a random assortment, and I just like to share with you guys what I've been picking up, what I've been thinking, and a couple cards I found cool. So, all right. So first up, we have a little Topps Chrome 2017, Mo Salah and Cristiano Ronaldo, if I'm not mistaken. There might even be a Messi in there somewhere, if I remember correctly. But I think this base lot was like literally $5 coming from China or something. So just continue adding to the stack of Topps Chrome 2017, which is just completely out of control at this point. Okay, and here we should have some more soccer cards. Kind of a mismatch. Oh, okay, this is the Kareem Adeyemi I've been picking up. I've been picking up a ton of his stuff lately, but there's also a Matthew Hoppa. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but he's a young prospect coming up for the U.S. men's national team as well. I wanted one of his autos. I have Musa, I have Robinson. I've just been picking up some of their stuff here and there when I can, because I really want to have most of these guys going into the World Cup next year. And then the Adeyemi that you see right there, I will probably send that in, both of them actually. There's two. There's three actually. Boom, surprise. You never know what you're going to get on the Trike 415 channel. I'll probably send these to SGC in for grading. I think I've decided that this is kind of going to be like my guy, the young prospect I believe in. So gonna keep picking them up. Hopefully get a couple SGC 10s, maybe move some on, and then hold some of his stuff for the long run, and then see what happens, see where his career goes. Next up, I believe we have a little bit of Messi in here. You know, people have been asking me a lot lately, like I did a live stream. It's like, oh, what soccer are you buying? What soccer cards would you recommend? It's kind of broad. I've just been buying nice stuff. Like it's kind of a cop-out answer, but Messi, Ronaldo, Lewandowski, De Bruyne. For instance, we have a bunch of numbered stuff in here. I think this lot cost me like $50, you know. Not that things should be this way, but I remember the days in 2020 where you couldn't get base cards. Base cards were running you $40-50. So, I mean, to get this whole lot, we have a Topps Finest, a little select action in there. I don't know if you can see it right now, but there's like a blue in there, just a beautiful looking select of the 2017. So, can't go wrong with Messi is what I always say. Next up, I think in here we have some more Kareem Adeyemi. A lot of times with grading, it's a numbers game. If you just send in one, you might get like a 9 and then be disappointed. So we have another Topps Chrome refractor right here. I think we have a solid pile of at least like 6 or 7 of these we can send in and hopefully get a couple nice grades. Next up, we have my first maybe not ultra modern, but my first card purchase of the 2020 draft class. Almost ever. We have a Cole Anthony Prism Silver right here. He's been playing really well lately. I definitely overpaid for this one. This was a pretty big overpay, but it is really nicely centered. I think it does have a good chance at a 10. It's hard for me to compare the years of Prism Silvers because like it seems cheap compared to what you pay for obviously like a Tatum Silver or something like that, but I mean you just have to keep in mind the print run on these is absurd. So a little bit of a little bit of an impulse buy on this one, but once again, hey, maybe we send it to SGC, maybe we send it to PSA and we get a 10 and then are able to pull a little bit of profit. But I was just like, you know what, all right, at least let me buy some of these new guys. So I mean that's basically what I was thinking with this one right here. Next up, we have a little bit of basketball. And got a Chris Paul, and also shout out to this guy, man. I mean, he included some awesome freebies. The one I bought is that Topps black refractor you see in the middle, but I mean that Wake Forest on the left is just a beauty. Like I love that card. That was really really nice of him to include these right here. Love the look of them. Chris Paul and Tim Duncan have been two guys I've been buying a ton of lately. Just that joy, really just enjoying collecting and picking up guys that I actually like. So. I will get that one in the middle graded. I probably will have to wait for some cheaper service levels to pick up, but yeah, can't say thank you enough to him for sending me this great card and also the extras. I mean, that's awesome. So thank you. Next up, I mean, I'm just all over the place, guys. I do have to apologize. So we got a Carmelo Anthony Topps Finest X-Fractor right here. It was like $20. How I found this and how I bought this, I don't even remember because I don't look up Carmelo Anthony cards. I've never bought a Carmelo Anthony card in my life. I think maybe it was just suggested because I was looking at Topps finest, you know, like that Chris Paul we just got. Yeah, I mean, this is the type of stuff, for whatever reason, I've had interest in picking up lately. I guess it's, once again, you know, like the COVID collectors. I'm thinking of picking up this for $20 versus before, when I'd be paying, you know, $60 for Prism base cards of guys who haven't done absolutely anything. And then it just makes all this stuff seem cheap. Once again, it's maybe too much I've added lately. If PSA ever does bring back a cheap service option, I feel like this is the kind of stuff that would do really well. But yeah, we'll see. Like, I'm just kind of stashing some of this stuff that I find interesting. You know, for $10 a pop, that's fine with me. All right, next up, this is a really cool pickup. I'm really happy about this one. We have an exquisite patch. Here we have Matt Leinart, Vince Young, and Jay Cutler. This is pretty cool. It's out of 15. I just saw this. I saw this on eBay, and it was actually owned by, shout out to, I think it was South Park Cards who owns this one. And he just messaged me like, hey, you know, I'll give you a deal on it. This is really cool. I think this one only ran me $50. This was the time, like this draft class, I was so into football. I was so into college football back then. This would have been like my ultimate chase card when I was a kid. So I was like, hey, you know what, $50, why not? Let's keep expanding the PC. You won't see this card every day because it's out of 15, so just kind of jumped at the opportunity. Really, really cool looking patches right here. Really, really like this one. Excited and happy to add it to the collection. Now I have it in my eBay save searches, like exquisite, some nice Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush stuff, so let me know if you see any of it. Last but not least, as always, the big kahunas. That was pretty much all raw cards. Alt is where I send all my graded cards. If you guys are interested, make sure to check out my link down below. I have some credit that'll get you started over there. But some cool stuff in here I'm excited to share with you guys, so you'll have to see. Slab number 1, Robert Lewandowski Gold PSA 10. Now that's a beauty right there. It's a pop one. You know, you don't really find comps on a card like this. I think it ran me $500, and I was like, you know what? That seems kind of cheap to me, especially considering die cuts are a tough grade. And if I'm not mistaken, it was from the exact same year. A select, it wasn't the die cut, but a gold PSA 10 just sold for $2,500. So, I mean, at the very least, if I did want to move this that has to give me some sort of leverage, at least I would think. I'm not looking to actively move it, but I just felt like, okay, you know, that's kind of been my philosophy lately. Like, if I buy it for this price, I'm more than happy to hold it for, you know, 3 years, 5 years, and see what happens. 100% on this card. So just a great card. Excited to have this as a pillar of my collection, especially for a price that comparatively isn't too crazy, I didn't think. Next up, we have another Lewandowski. This is a Topps Chrome PSA 9 gold. Once again, $50 for this card. Literally $50 shipped out the door. So, I mean, how do you say no to that? You know, versus, once again, that was totally out of control, but that was literally what a Kevin De Bruyne Prism 2016 Raw was doing at one point. So, my investing strategy, would I be able to sleep at night? Buying this for $50, what's it gonna go down to, $30? I will sleep so soundly at night, and at the very least, like, I actually do enjoy this. Lewandowski is starting to become a little bit of a kind of like a PC player here. So, I mean, his stuff is just this guy's a legend. So it just makes sense to me to pick up this stuff where it is right now. Next up, another Lewandowski. You see, kind of keeping the gold theme going. This one right here, guess. $90 in an SGC 10, a Topps Chrome Bundesliga Gold. I believe this is the same set with that Holland Topps Chrome that I think probably will be iconic. So it'll be familiar to people at the very least. I mean, for $90, SGC cost of grading is $25. I just feel like that's an absolute steal. I was able to pick up all 3 of those Lewandowski golds combined for, what is that, like $650? I mean, that just makes sense to me. I probably, you know, I like SGC. I prefer the look of a PSA holder. I really do. So this is one I would love to have this in a PSA 10. So that's definitely something I'm going to consider going forward as well. And I believe right here, this is the last Lewandowski I did pick up. We have the red Select 2015 PSA 10. I think this is a beautiful card, one of his early nice cards. And I got this one for $200. It just kind of made sense. I think the color match is really nice, so glad to add this to the collection. And actually, I was wrong. I have another Lewandowski. The red, this is a red Prism 2016, I wanted his for a long time, and it was like really expensive at one point. I just couldn't really justify it. I think I lost a couple auctions. So when this one came up, I was like, all right, let's see if we can get it. Got it for a pretty reasonable price. I believe it was like 130 bucks. I mean, at some point, like people kind of consider this like quote unquote a rookie. I don't really believe that, but I do think that it is an iconic card for him, something that means something. So, you know, to pick it up, I thought that was pretty cool. Now here's a nice card, Ronaldo Refractor PSA 10 from 2018. So I have the 2017, I have the 2018. Now I think it's gonna kind of be like a little chase for me to make sure I have all of the Ronaldo Topps Chrome Refractors in PSA 10. This was $80. You know, the price kind of just makes sense to me. And then, so hopefully I'll update you how that journey goes, making sure I have all of them. And boom, right there it is. I just mentioned it. I didn't actually know this was in that shipment, but 2017 Topps Chrome Ronaldo Refractor PSA 10. This is a beauty, something I want to hold on to long term. I won't talk it to death because you guys have heard me talk plenty about this set, but low pop, I believe it's only like 20. So I don't know. Awesome looking card. But all right, guys, that's it. Thank you guys for sticking around. Kind of a long mail day, so I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did, and we will see you next time.